Let's sit up nice and tall. Adjust so you feel both sit bones evenly on the blanket. Feel nice and grounded, well supported. Bring your hands up at chest level and close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Trikonasana Mudita Vrksasana Supta Punya Punya Vishayana Bhavanatasthita Prasada Inhalation, lift up through the crown of your head. Pull your arms back, open your chest. And then exhalation, bow your head. Connect your head with your heart. Push your hands to your thighs, palms up. And slowly raise your head. Slowly open your eyes. Do the opposite, cross of your legs. Interlace your fingers, palms forward. Inhale and bring the arms up. And then arms down to the opposite, cross of the fingers. And take the arms up. And release. All right. Take your 2 blankets that you're sitting on and put those at the head side of your mat. And then take 1 block, and we're gonna have it flat, but we're going to have it running horizontally on the mat. So lots of times when we do the flat block, we put it in a T shape to the blankets. Today, we're gonna have it a little bit in front of the blankets and bomb. All right, and then when you lay down, just like if we had it higher, it's gonna go right at your shoulder blades, your head will be supported. You're gonna bring your legs just into cross legs. Either way is fine, we'll do both. All right, so as you lay down, make sure you're aiming kind of the tips of the shoulder blades onto the block. Let your head come down onto the blankets. And then once you are down, do that press into the elbows, lift up those shoulder blades and strongly tuck them towards your waist so that you now are resting more on the flat part of the shoulder blades. Now, this is head on about the same amount of support that the shoulder blades are on, which might make you feel like your head is tipping back, which is fine, okay? But if it doesn't feel good to you, right, if it's causing you any vertigo or it's just not comfortable in your neck, then you could add another blanket or just tuck a little bit more of that top blanket under your head. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. All right, and then there above your chest, interlace your fingers, turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale and take your arms over your head. Go slowly in case there's something over your head that you didn't remember was there. Take a nice big deep breath in. And then bring the arms back where you can see them. Do the opposite cross of your fingers. Extend the elbows. And once again, take the arms out over the head. Big deep breath in. Arms back down. Right? You don't have to sit up. If you feel like you need to sit up, sit up. But if you're fine just doing the opposite cross of your legs right there, do the opposite cross of your legs. Press into your elbows, tuck your shoulder blades once again. You can lift the buttocks and tuck the buttocks towards the heels, although straight down into the floor with the sit bones is fine as well. This time you're going to take your arms up, catch your elbows, and take your arms over your head. Let the arms rest on the blankets over your head. That is not comfortable, then you can immediately do the opposite cross, touch the arms down, and then bring the arms to your sides. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Bring your arms back where you can see them and do the opposite cross of the forearms. Again, a couple of nice deep breaths. Right, and then bring the arms down by your sides. You can hold the mat, press with your hands, press with your elbows, whatever works to sit up. And then straighten out your legs. All right, now we're gonna remove the blankets. You need softness behind your head because you're on a hard surface or something. You can open up a blanket flat. We're gonna remove those. We're gonna take the block out to the side, still in that same orientation, but now we're gonna slide it under the sacrum. All right, so laying down flat on the mat. Make sure you've got a little bit of room over your head so you can take your arms straight. And then you'll press into your feet, lift your hips, and tuck that block right up underneath the sacrum. So it's not quite a Setu-Bandha. It's not really tall enough to be Setu-Bandha. We're just elevating the pelvis. Okay, now hold the sides of the sticky mat with your hands and tuck your shoulder blades. Turn the inner elbows towards the outer side walls. All right, and then walk your feet towards each other. And you're going to straighten one leg and then the other. All right, so you're going to have to press down with your upper arms as you extend through your heels. Let the navel move towards your head. Sternum bone move towards your head. Actively try to move the tops of your buttocks towards your heels so you're getting that length in the lower back. Right, and then bring your right knee towards your chest. Dorsiflex your foot so your toes are pulling towards your shin. And then straighten that right leg up towards the ceiling. A very active stretch here. Normally we have the hands connected to the foot. Right, here you're having to really hold that leg up. It may be very abdominal. Bend the knee, straighten the right leg, engage that right leg, extend through the inner edge of the foot, and bend the left knee. Take that left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Tops of the buttocks to the heels, extending through that right heel, up through the left heel, pressing the front of the left thigh to the back of the left thigh. Really straighten that left leg, even if it's not quite perpendicular to the floor. Bend the left knee. Bend your feet and put your feet onto the floor. All right, now with an inhalation, take your arms up over your head. You can put your knuckles on the ground, palms facing the ceiling. Be sure you're still tucking those shoulders towards each other. Extend your right leg, extend your left leg. All right, and if you need to bring the arms down by your sides, you may. All right, absolutely. Bend your right knee in towards your chest and take the right leg up. See what parts of the body need to engage to help get that right leg up. The more you extend through the left leg and press down, the more you lift the abdomen, you'll be able to get that right leg higher. The abdominal muscles are going to come into play here. Bend that right leg, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Now before you straighten that left knee, reach out through that inner right foot, press your arms down, and then straighten that left leg. Look at that left leg and make the inner edge of your foot reach up higher than the outer edge of your foot. Front of the thigh to the back of the thigh. Straighten that left leg. Right, and then bend the left knee. Set the left foot down, set the right foot down, and then you can bring your arms back down by your sides. Grab the sides of the sticky mat and turn those inner arm bones out. Right, and then holding the sides of the sticky mat, bring your both knees towards your chest, straighten both legs up towards the ceiling. You might actually find this one easier, right? Because now the pelvis isn't trying to go in two different directions. Extend up through the inner feet. Press the fronts of the thighs to the backs of the thighs. Tops of the buttocks towards the heels. Couple of nice deep breaths. And then bend your knees. Place your feet onto the floor. Press into your feet, lift your hips, and remove that block, lower your hips. Then you can decide if you want to stay with bent legs, that's going to keep the back a little bit flatter, longer. If you want to straighten your legs, straighten your legs. You decide. Just going to rest here for a couple of breaths. All right, and then let's roll to the side and sit up. And take Padangusthasana. Downward facing dog pose. Right, walk your hands and feet towards each other, feet wide. Take a comfortable for you Uttanasana. Morning hamstrings are typically stiffer hamstrings, so go to your capacity. Right, and then bend your knees, hands on your hips. Inhale and clasp. Right, you're going to need to have wall space where you can sit. I'll just use this space, you can use that space. All we're gonna do is we're gonna take the block And it's still gonna be in that lengthy position, all right? The back side of it is gonna go up against the wall. This front side of it is gonna go at your shoulder blades, all right? So you'll decide how much height you want to sit on. You'll sit on that height. You'll have to position yourself so that you can hold that block, all right? Right, so you can sit and then you're gonna raise that block up so it's right there, just above the tips of your shoulder blades. The tough part is you have to hold the block and tuck at the same time. If you try to tuck, you're gonna lose that block. All right, scoot your buttocks back just a little bit so that you really feel that block pressing into your upper back. Level there. All right, so you see here now how you have to, that holding that block creates a certain amount of lift in the sides of the waist, a certain amount of lift in the sides of the rib cage. Right, and then interlace your fingers. Now hold that block. It's not gonna hurt you if it falls. Inhale and lift your arms up, and then take the arms back as far as you can. It's quite a distance. But if you can pulse and make your pinkies touch the wall, pulse and make your pinkies touch the wall behind you. Bring your arms down to the opposite cross of fingers. Inhale and take the arms up. Pulse, see if you can make those pinky fingers hit the wall behind you. All right, and then bring the arms down. And then just roll the arm bones back, let the hands rest onto the thighs. And then just with an inhalation, arms apart, inhale and lift the arms up. Now you can extend your thumbs and probably with a little pulse, get the thumbs to touch the wall. So hold the arms up there. Hold that block. All right, and then exhale, bring the arms down, release your block. And we're gonna work a little bit of abdominal work. Well, I can sit up. We're gonna take bent knees. Make sure you sit kind of mid mat. Make sure you don't have anything that you're gonna hit behind you. So we're done with the wall. You can come back away from the wall. Right, we're gonna sit with that. Sorry, I need a little, that's the palette here. Right, sit with your knees bent and hold right below the knee, right behind the thigh. Knees are together, feet are together, and we're gonna pull down on the legs to get the lift of the chest, and just pretend you're still holding that block against the wall. Tip back and balance on your sit bones. Elbows will be a little bit bent. All right, and then we're gonna release and come to cross legs. All right, so that's the movement. Okay, tip back, hold the knees. Opposite cross. All right, so you just go back and forth between those two things. At your own pace, you don't have to hold the abdominal grip for very long. Rocking back and forth. Trying to keep that chest, right? So here you can get that memory of the block in your back. As you go back, hold that upper back in. All right. Now Holding the backs of the knees, straighten the legs. Come back to cross legs. You don't have to hold it. Sometimes knowing we don't have to hold it helps us hold it. All right, you're gonna start feeling this in the legs, maybe in the abs. Couple more times. Try to be doing opposite cross each time, although that's not hugely important. All right, now, see if you cannot hold the knees. Keep that chest up high, straighten the legs. If you need the support of the hands behind the knees, take it. But if not, just see. Back and forth, rocking on the sit bones, straightening the legs. Try to keep that upper back in. All right, and then when you finish, sit up nice and tall. Let's take a twist to the right. Take a twist to the left. One more time, twist to the right. Twist to the left. Find a block or two. Take that block out in front of you and come forward. Rest your forehead down. Extending the arms today. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Come up, do the opposite cross of your legs. Bring the head down. Extend the arm. Use the palms on the mat or the floor, kind of pull back towards you a little bit so you feel your torso move forward. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And then walk your hands back by your knees, and we'll do a twist to the right. A twist to the left. One more time, twist to the right. Twist to the left. And we'll take Padangusthasana, downward facing dog. Now, as you ease in here, if you need to bend one knee, straighten the other to get the backs of the legs to open, you may do that. Always acceptable here. Eventually settle into two straight legs. And let the action be at the tops of the thighs, right at the hip crease, and rolling around to the outer hip. So imagine you were doing this with a rope or with a strap in your hip crease. And you would feel that rope or strap right there in the hip crease. You would also feel it moving along the outer hips and pulling back. Okay, so bend your knees slightly. Lift your sit bones up. And now don't think about taking the heels down. Think about moving the hips back as you straighten the knees. Feel that there's some traction in the spine, a nice lengthening coming to the back. Let your head hang loosely. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. And then bring the hands and the feet towards each other. Again, feet can be wide. And into an Uttanasana. Use blocks or blankets as needed. Under your hands. And then soften your knees a bit, hands on your heads. Inhale, come up. All right, stand in the center of your mat in Tadasana. All right, we're gonna stand on the left leg and lift the right. So turn that right leg out. All right, reach down and catch the ankle. Bring that leg up as high as you can get it into Vrksasana. Don't look at me in the camera because you'll fall over. I'm very wobbly today. Press into that inner edge of your left foot, lift your abdomen, bring your hands to Navasana, and then up. You can separate the hands. You don't have to do Urdhva Namaskara. Think about that standing foot. All four corners of the foot is down. Lift that left knee up. Press slightly down from the right knee. So you make a nice tight connection between the foot and the thigh. Okay, and then bring the arms down and release the foot. Stand on the right leg. Turn that left leg out. And then bring that foot up as high as you can go. I haven't bent the knees a whole lot today, but right. And then as you keep the belly turning to the right, take the left knee back. Lift up the front of the thigh, lift up the abdomen. If you've got the stability, bring your arms up. You can get us to connect. Release. Once more. Standing on the left leg, turning that right leg out. Now, as you turn that right leg out, turn your belly back to the left. Right? And then you'll bring that foot up, kind of at that same angle. Bring that foot up to your capacity. Turn the belly to the left as you take the knee back. Feel this inner groin to inner knee. Press down into that inner left foot and lift the quadricep. Make it engage so it presses into this foot. All right, and then just think of taking that knee down a little bit. Nice tight connection here. Lift your abdomen, reach your arms up. Hands down, release. Next side. Stand on the right leg. Lift that, turn that left leg out as you turn the belly back to the right, and then bring that foot up. Right, keep the belly turning to the right as you move the knee back, inner groin to inner knee. Be firm on that standing leg. Lift it up, lift your abdomen. Slightly down with the left knee, and then inhale, take the arms up. Turn the belly to the right, move the knee back. The arms, Release the leg. Separate your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart and come over to Uttanasana. Let your hands touch something, whether that's the floor, tops of the feet, or a block. So you now have 2 feet, 2 hands on the floor. Right, and then bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale and come up. Take your feet wider for Utthita Trikonasana. Turn your left toes in, right leg out, extend the arms. All right, now we're gonna take the right hand in front of the foot, and you're gonna put your hand all the way down onto the floor today, whether you normally do or not. Exhale, bring that right hand down. I don't care what happens in your pose, I want the hand on the ground. My hand is up on Zoom. Inhale and come up. Turn the feet. All right, and then same thing with an exhalation. Bring that hand right down to the inner edge of the foot. If the knee has to bend, if your butt has to go back, touch that hand to the ground. Inhale and come up. Same thing. Left leg in, right leg out. Okay, now bring your left hand to your hip. Same thing that we had in the Vrksasana, all right? As we're going down to this right leg, the belly turns to the left, all right? So extend your right arm, but then turn the belly. Don't bring your arm forward. It will move forward because your torso is turning, but turn that belly forward, all right? And then with an exhalation, reach that arm out, bring that hand all the way down to the floor in front. Okay, now take your right buttock forward and move your chest back. Drop that left shoulder, left elbow behind you and turn up towards the ceiling. If you want to extend the arm up, you can extend the arm up. That right knee has to bend a little, I'm fine. I want that hand on the ground. Pull up with the left arm. Turn the feet one more time. Extend the left arm, right hand on your hip. All right, now try to move that hand back as you turn your belly. All right, and then reaching out, bring that hand down. Touch the floor. Touch the floor with any part of your hand that you can touch the floor. Go for trying to put the palm down. Go for it. You have to bend the knee to put the palm down, bend the knee, put the palm down, all the way onto the ground. All right, now left body forward, chest back, and roll that right shoulder back. Take that right arm up. Palm on the ground. Inhale and come up. Turn the feet. And then jump or step the feet. Together be in Tadasana. Step your feet apart, maybe a little less wide this time. Exhale and come forward. Both feet, both hands connected to the floor. See, can you put your palms down? You can bend your knees and put your palms down. And then as you press into those outer feet, can you lift your hips and keep those palms down? If not, that's fine. And then bend your knees slightly, hands on your hips. Inhale and come up. All right, let's find a strap. We're gonna lay down now. Find a strap. And we're gonna take the right leg first. You can make a loop in your strap if you prefer to hold a loop. You can also hold your big toe or hold your outer foot. All right, so we're gonna lay down with both legs bent. Take the strap around the right foot and straighten the right leg. I want you to take your left hand and you're going to extend it to the side if you can. If you can't go straight out to the side, you can go lower, but place your palm onto the floor. So normally we would have the arm turned out, all right, and with the palm on the floor. You can still tuck the shoulder, palm on the floor. All right, so left palm touching the floor. Start to bend your right elbow some and pull that right leg towards you. And feel that gentle stretch in the hamstring. Don't go crazy. You want to hold your foot, hold your foot. Okay, now as we take the foot wide, as we take the right leg out to the right, you'll let your left knee drop a little to the left. If you don't, you may fall over. All right, so you have to counterbalance this a little bit. Oh, sorry, but palm down. Left palm is on the floor. Press it down. Back, lift your thumb, lift your fingers to get as much of the palm, right? There's that little dome in the palm that stays up. Make that as shallow as you can and get that palm onto the floor. Then you can release your fingers back down. Take a couple of deep breaths. Right, now you're gonna bring that right leg back up. Don't let go of the strap, right? Bend the knee and bring the right ankle onto the left knee. So you're gonna bring that left knee up. So it's that piriformis stretch, but you're holding that strap. You can now take your left hand off the floor and hold the left knee. And then bend that right elbow, take that right arm behind your head and lift up. Contract your abdominal muscles. Think of bringing the pubic bone towards the navel, the sternum bone towards the navel, and pull on that left knee to bring that right foot closer to you. And even with that contraction in the abdomen, take 2 nice deep breaths. All right, and release. Set the left foot down, straighten the right leg one more time. And then you can bend the knee and release the foot. All right, we'll do that same thing on the left side. So Joanna and I have to turn around, we're at the walls. All right, right foot is on the floor, take the left leg up, and then right palm is on the floor. You can't have it all the way out to the side, you can have it slightly lower. Palm is on the floor. Lift the fingers, spread the palm, get as much of that palm down as you can, and then place the fingers back down. Feel that ground underneath the right foot and under the right palm. Gently start to pull that left leg closer to you. A nice deep breath. And then you'll let the right knee drop to the right as you take that left leg out to the left. Go to your capacity, right? Left leg is going to the left, abdomen is turning to the right. Kind of pull on the floor with that right hand a little bit to keep that belly turning. And you can lower that left leg as low as it will go. And inhale and bring that left leg back up. You're gonna bend that left knee. Don't let go of the strap. Place the outer left knee on, or outer left ankle onto the right knee. Right hand can grab the right knee now. Now to get that arm to go behind the head, you have to contract those abdominal muscles and lift the head and even lift the shoulder blades a bit. Maybe the tips of the shoulder blades are down, but the top part of the shoulder blades is up. Pull that right knee in towards your chest to bring the left foot closer to you. Even with that abdominal contraction, take a couple of nice deep breaths. All right, and then you can release. Straighten the left leg once. And then bend the knee and place the foot down onto the floor. Right, so let's repeat that one more time, but this time with the leg on the ground straight. All right, so right leg will be going out. So let's start with the left leg bent. Take the strap again around the right foot. Straighten that right leg. Left palm is on the floor again. And then as you straighten that left leg along the floor, go a little wide. Extend that heel out toward the left side of the mat. Spread the fingers. Take as much of the palm down towards the floor as you can. Then you can kind of pull on the floor to help turn the belly to the left. As you slowly take that leg out to the right. Belly to the left. Leg to the right. Keep extending through the left leg. So you're taking the front of the left palm or left thigh to the back of the left thigh. Pull with that left hand. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Inhale and bring that right leg up. All right, now we're not bending the left knee this time. All right, you're gonna bend the right leg. You'll use that left hand, left elbow, hook around the ankle. Take that right arm behind you and lift up. If the left leg lifts, that's okay. You can let it lift up. Contract those abdominal muscles. You want to pull the left foot towards you. Sorry, right foot. As you move the right knee away. And take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Even though it's hard, keep breathing. Look up over that shin bone. And then release. Straighten that right leg up. Bend the knee. Bend both knees, put both feet back onto the floor. All right, and need to flip around, flip around. Both legs are bent to begin with. Take that strap around the front of the left heel, straighten the left leg. Right, and as you straighten that right leg, you can go a little wide. Doesn't have to come straight down. Extend through that heel. See if you can pull the back of the right leg down to the floor. Let your right palm be on the floor. Spread the fingers. Place as much palm on the floor as you can. Fingers can come down and you can kind of pull on the floor. Pulling with the right hand, extending through the right heel. Turn the belly to the right and slowly lower that left leg to the left. Press the front of the right thigh to the back of the right thigh. Turn the belly. Once you have that anchored, you can see, can you lower that left leg any amount more? Reaching from the inner groin to the inner knee, to the inner ankle, inner heel. Inhale and bring that leg back up. Bend the knee, take it out to the side there and lift up. Hook hand or elbow around the ankle. Take that left arm behind your head and lift up. Big pubic bone to navel, sternum bone to navel. Contract those abdominal muscles. Lift that outer left arm up. Don't let the left armpit drop to the floor. Lift it up. Breathe. And then release. Straighten that left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the left knee. And place both feet onto the floor. Bring both knees up towards your chest. You have them a little apart. Makes it a little easier to breathe. Pull those shin bones towards your head as you lengthen the lower back. Right, and then from here, roll to your side. Slowly sit up. You can grab, if it's very easy for you to grab a bolster, but if you have to get up to get it, you don't necessarily need it. You can take your blankets out in front of you. We've got blocks. We're going to take Trikonasana with some support. All right, so take your legs wide. Lift your buttocks up and move the sit bones back as you extend through those heels. And then you've got your support there in front of you. You can fold these blankets however they need to be folded. You've got blocks you can put on top of those blankets. Right, you're going to bring your head forward and let your arms just be comfortable. Let the head be supported. A few times, rock your feet backwards. Enough that you feel like the Top of the thigh is turning back as well, getting into those hips. And holding those feet, I'm saying it in air quotes, back. You want the feet actually pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Press the tops of your thighs down and move your sternum bone forward. So lift your head and look forward. Move the sternum bone forward. Maybe your props have to move. And then take your head back down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Place your palms down onto the floor and press to sit up. Bring the soles of your feet together for Padangusthasana. And you may or may not have enough props to bring the head all the way down. If you don't, then a great option is to just rest your elbows on the props and bring your forehead to rest to your props. Right? You can build a little tower there to bring the head all the way down. Do that. And then press with your palms or your elbows to sit up. Take the legs straight. Flex the legs. And then we'll take Shavasana. So have a blanket for your head. Use your extra blanket however you like. You want to roll it and put it under your knees. You want to cover up with it. Cover up with it. You just want to pitch it off to the side and pretend like you don't have it. That's fine too. Now make some nice adjustments here. You don't want a huge arm bone tuck here, but I do want you to feel that those shoulder blades are moving away from your neck. So give the shoulder blades a bit of a tuck. Now the palms are going to face up. You're feeling any kind of compression or shortness in the lower back, bend your knees. Lift your buttocks, move the buttocks towards the heels. Then you can re-straighten the legs. Whatever you have under your head, make sure it's also under your neck. So let it touch the tops of the shoulders. It's going to support the neck and the back of the head. So yoga means union. And because Iyengar always described Iyengar yoga as the union between the intellect of your head with the intelligence in your heart. And there are, a percent of the population that's a little bit more gut centered. So I'm going to add that it's also the union of the intuition that you feel in your gut. So take one hand now onto what you would consider to be your gut. Take one hand onto your chest where you would feel your heart. Most of us are moms, so put your third hand on your head. And as you take a couple of nice deep breaths, I want you to connect on your inhalation, connect the intuition of your gut to the intelligence of your heart with the intellect of your head. And then do the exact opposite with your exhalation. One more nice deep breath. Intuition of the gut, intelligence of the heart, intellect of the head. Release your hands. Bend your knees. Slowly roll to your side. Press your arms. Sit up. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to class, continue your practice. Slowly raise your head and slowly open your eyes. Have a lovely day.